Texas rodeo fans know the name Shad Mayfield, the two-time world champion, won't be competing at the American this year as he recovers from surgery, but he's still helping bring the excitement to Globe Life Field in May. Shad Money Mayfield joins me now with so much more on his success and who to watch in this year's competition. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
So glad to have you. So first, I have to ask, why are you known as Shad Money Mayfield? Where did that nickname come from?
Hey, it all comes from this rodeo right here. I remember in 2020, I was 19 years old and I got the win at the rodeo, and I was a qualifier that year, so I got the chance to compete for the $1 million purse, and I got to split that, and I was 19 years old and had $600,000 in my hand, so it was Shad Money Mayfield at that point.
What did that feel like to be so young and be like, oh my gosh, what do I do with this chunk of money that I just got?
Yeah, you know, I wish I could go back because it goes like that, but you know, it was awesome. You know, I came from nothing, so to have that amount of money in my hands, you know, it really set me up and set up my career, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that win and that rodeo.
Plus, rodeo is hard work, so you know what? You deserve to enjoy that 600,000. So tell me, why do you think the American rodeo, why is it such a big deal to everyone that's involved in this industry? Yeah,
it's one of the biggest and fastest, you know, growing sports rodeo events going, and you know, it's the good thing about it is they invite the top 5 best athletes in the world in their select events, and as well as, you know, anyone can go to all the qualifiers and be able to qualify to compete at this rodeo, to compete against the best, and that's how I won that rodeo that year. Is I got to qualify and compete against the best and beat them to win the money. So that's the chances that all these people that are getting to have, and you know, it could really set up their career.
Yeah, it sounds like it's life-changing almost. And I mean, you're still connected to it in a way. You're not competing this year. You just had surgery in December. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Good.
I'm doing way better.
Wonderful, wonderful. But you still wanted to be a part of this. It seems like it's a big part of you now, the American rodeo. So why is it so important to you? Was it that experience that you had when you were 19, or has it grown since then, your love?
Yeah, that experience that I've had, and I actually, first time I qualified, I was 17 years old, and growing up, you know, me and my dad, we worked at it. You know, this was life-changing event. We could work at, you know, competing for the $1 million to win that, and that's what I did. So it changed my life forever, and I want to go watch because it could also change anyone else's lives forever that it's competing. And that's what it does every year, is it gives anybody a chance to change their lives. And you know, I'm just going to go and watch and be entertained because it's an awesome stage to go watch.
Yes. Maybe it'll be nice to be able to actually like watch and take everything in. But like you said, you know exactly what that feeling is like. So to watch someone else go through that, I'm sure is humbling, and it just is a wonderful experience. Tell me, who should we be keeping our eye out for this year? Who will be competing?
Hey, you're going to go and you're going to watch the top best athletes in the world. So the qualifiers are about to take place. So all the qualifiers are about to, you know, get their chance to compete. But, you know, they'll let you know what's going on there and let you watch the qualifiers. That's who I want to watch. I want to watch the qualifiers and see them beat the best guys, because they get the chance at that $2.1 million prize. So, you know, I'm going to have goosebumps, you know, just watching for them. I'm going to be nervous for them. So that's the people that I want to go watch.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, we have to know, because you just said you're doing well, you're feeling good. Any outlook on when you could come back to the circuit?
You know, there's a lot of opportunity when I can come back, but I'm planning on June right now. That's kind of prime rodeo season for us. It really kicks off the summer rodeo. So I'm trying to get the best shape I can to be able to come back and make the best, you know, comeback that I can. So I'm thinking mid-June, that should be the comeback for me.
You know, we don't really get to discuss it that much, but what does like a workout or upkeep look like for someone who does rodeo, calf roping specifically?
It's a lot, you know, and a lot of my time spent with my horse, because my horse is my partner.
What's his name?
And I have a special horse. Her name's Lollipop, and I have another horse named Tootsie Pop. So they're actually sisters, so they're partners.
You have a thing for sweets, I see.
Yeah, they're really cool, and they got the Pop name. So, but I spend a lot of time with them because they're athletes as well. So I got to make sure that they're in the top of shape, as well as training myself, that I go out there and compete at my best. So, you know, when the practice spin, we spend a lot of time so that we're always connected. So when we get out there in that arena, that we know each other.
You guys are one at that point.
Yeah,
very good. It is Black History Month. As you know, you're in the sport. You have been in it for a very long time. It's not the most diverse sport. You're representing for a ton of kids who want to be just like you. And so what does it mean to be competing as a black cowboy? Because I think a lot of the times people forget the history, but like there were black cowboys when things were first getting started and established here in America. And so tell me what it's like being that representation.
It means a lot to me, you know, and I'm following my dad's footsteps. In 1985, my dad was the first black cowboy to make the national finals rodeo in my event of the tie-down rope, and so that paved a way for me and opened so many doors for me to be able to go out here and compete, and so many other black cowboys to compete. So I'm trying to, you know, fulfill in his footsteps and, you know, create so many more opportunities for black cowboys and black kids to come into rodeo, you know, that says, y'all can do this and anybody's welcome in this sport.
Yes, yes, it is. Okay, well, let me just say, because there's tons of black rodeo fans.
There
I'm
is.
one of them, you know what I mean? So I know there's a ton of children that are like, okay, he's doing this, maybe I can do it too. If people want to learn more about the American Rodeo Championship, the tickets, everything they need to know, where can they go?
They could go to the American Rodeo website, AmericanRodeo.com, or any of the social, you know, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok for the American Rodeo, and it'll help you engage to everything going on and see all the concert lineups. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for people to go out and watch the best.
Very, very good. Well, Shad, thank you so much for being here this morning. Maybe we'll pop around and see you around the American Rodeo. We appreciate you being here this morning.
Hey, thank y'all.